Hey everyone, Summer here with AstariaSen, and today I just wanted to let you all know I am going to be participating in the Self-Compassion Tarot Challenge by Jen from Science to Soul Tarot, and I will leave a link to her original video down in the description. I originally saw it though on Candy's channel, and I'll leave her channel video down in the description as well. Anyways, the idea is that you spend 7 days doing self-compassion using the tarot. Now, I do not put self-compassion and self-care in, I don't lump them together. I did some research, and after what Jen had talked about in her video, they are very different things. So what I did was I've been using my journal for it. So I wrote down things about self-compassion. There's 3 focus points, which is self-kindness, common humanity, and mindfulness. So the idea is that you should have self-compassion with yourself like you would have others. So you have to be mindful and aware of the physical, emotional, and mental pain of a moment. And self-kindness is treating ourselves with kindness, considering our own needs. And then common humanity is recognizing that these experiences are a normal part of being human. Then I wrote down ways that I could apply this, because they have 4 different exercises you could do, or 7 different exercises. I just picked some things that I wanted to try. So some of the ideas I came up with for self-compassion for me is comforting my body with good stuff to eat, because I have a health issue that causes my diet to be a little more restrictive than most people. And so what I eat is extremely important to how I feel every day. And not just like in a small way, but in a very big way. I mean, something that I eat could potentially keep me in bed for 2 days with either a migraine, because food is a trigger for my migraines, or it could mean I can't walk for a day or so because the pain is so severe in my abdomen. So what I eat is extremely important, and I think that comforting your body and eating is a part of that, because what you eat tends to comfort your body. We have comfort food for a reason. And I think that putting good things into your body, what you know will help your body, will help your energy and stuff like that, is having self-compassion. And I guess just being able to do other things with your body too, because it's more than just food, right? It's being able to exercise or getting up and doing something so we don't feel awful about ourselves by sitting on the couch all damn day long doing absolutely freaking nothing, right? So taking walks, or just getting up and exploring nature because it's getting nicer out, right? Or just working in the garden, tilling your garden, or any number of things like that. Just getting up, moving your body, being aware that you are doing this to help yourself, to be compassionate with yourself and your body's actual needs, because your body has actual needs. It's not just your brain that has needs, it's your body that has needs too, and it needs the good stuff to help keep you in a good way, right? Then there's writing a letter to yourself. I liked this idea because, of course, I like writing and I am a writer. So I like the idea of being able to write a letter to myself from either my higher self or from a friend perspective or something like that. And in this exercise, I'm actually taking it a little bit further, and I'm writing a letter to myself from the tarot card that I draw. That's what I did for day 1. Okay, so yay me. That was fun. And then giving yourself encouragement is another exercise. Being able to think of what you would say to a good friend or a family member, somebody you really care about, and if they're in the situation that you're in, being able to give them words of encouragement. You're doing a good job. You are a good mom. I mean, look at what you're doing. Being able to give yourself that kind of support that you need. We tend to rely on other people a lot of the time for our own needs. And I think that's where, we get that from a young age, right? From a very young age, we get this idea that we rely on other people, and maybe it's because we rely so much on our parents originally. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. It's just thoughts that are in my head. The idea for me is that I have always had this need to rely on somebody to give me this, it's okay for you to rest today. It's okay for you to go after your dreams. It's, you want that, that approval. And instead of giving that, instead of having somebody else give that to you, why don't you give it to yourself? And that's this idea of giving yourself the encouragement, is being able to encourage yourself to do the things that you want to be doing and need to do, right? For example, I really, really, really need to get out of this house. So part of my self-encouragement is, okay, go do it, because there's nothing saying I can't. There's absolutely nothing saying that I have to sit out here all by myself all day long. I can drive my happy little butt right into town and go shopping if I want to, or spend time with my family, or whatever I want to do, right? I can even take my work with me if I feel like I need to work too. So giving yourself that encouragement to do the things that you want to do the things that you need to do, to take that rest day, to play that video game, to read that book, it's okay, okay? You need to give yourself that encouragement, that okay. And then another one that I want to do is practicing mindfulness, which goes into like meditation and being mindful of your surroundings, your body's needs, your emotional needs, your physical needs, all of it, because mindfulness is a super, super important part of being aware of yourself. So the first one I did was I pulled the Ace of Wands. Now, under normal circumstances, this would be one of those cards I'd be like, oh my gosh, look at all that creative energy going on. Oh goodness. And it's all new beginnings and everything else. But here's the thing. A lot of new beginnings have happened for me in the last 2 weeks. A lot of things have changed. I moved. I have not been able to do the things that I need to do. All of these really, really, really giant things have happened in my life in like the last actual month and a half, right? And I am nowhere in a place of okayness. I want to be, and I know that I can get there, but I have to work at it. It's not just going to happen. I have to make time to adjust to all of these new changes that have happened. I have to make time to allow myself to grieve for the past, that, the things that I'm leaving behind. And I have to give myself time to adjust to, I'm capable of doing all of these new things. I'm capable of running generators, and I'm capable of running solars, and I'm capable of doing royal living. I'm capable of it. And I need to give myself time to adjust to that, learn it, and then move forward with it, right? So that's what this Ace of Wands and the self-compassion came in for me, was this right here. And I wrote a letter to myself from the Ace of Wands. Oh yes, I did. I totally did. And basically, all I did was really just think of what the Ace of Wands would say to me, and then I just wrote it down. So I will go ahead and read that to you in just a moment. One of the things that I did want to say before I get too far into this also is that I'm not going to be uploading a video every single day. I'm doing this first one to let you guys know that I am doing the self-compassion challenge, tarot challenge with Science to Soul, tarot with Jen, and that at the end I will do a final video, and I will show you some of the cards that I drew, some of the things that I did for self-compassion, and then how it worked out for me, and what it has changed for me or not changed for me, like an experiment. What did it actually do for me? How did it turn out? So if you guys are doing it, let me know down in the comments, and get ready to find out what the Ace of Wands letters was to me.
Dear friend, I can see how hard you're trying. A lot has happened, and today, days like today, happen to all of us. It's not bad or good. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. You've moved your entire life off-grid and in a very short amount of time. As the Ace of Wands, the struggles of change can be both invigorating but also challenging. You've embarked on a new adventure, and you did it before you were ready, because that's where life takes you. But allow yourself time to learn how to do your creative job out there. It's okay to find and experience these limitations, and people will understand that your current situation is still in flux. They'll be there. Just create as you can. Finish what you can while learning these limits. In time, you will have it down and can start scheduling your work to sell again. You learned a lot from today about the limitations of your off-grid living. It's better to know these things in advance, but you can use this new adventure in your life, these challenging experiences, and add them as fuel for your creativity. It's okay if you don't have it all worked out. You need a break anyway. Blessings in disguise, right? Sincerely, the Ace of Wands. P.S. It's okay if it takes time to adjust to the changes you've made. When new things happen, new ideas come too.